just warn everyone, the stock market is not looking good as we speak. I will talk about that later. The market is, well, still now in the red, negative territory as we start today. So it's not looking good for now. But let's leave that for a couple of minutes. But the stock market is taking a beating as we speak on the morning after the first trading day after the postponement of February 16 presidential and National Assembly elections here in Nigeria. You can see the numbers if you're online already, but of course we'll get more perspectives on that in a couple of minutes from now. But let's talk about the FX market in the entire conversation around the market. Let's get Bosun Obembe, who is an FX dealer at Access Bank, to talk to us. He's live to us from the studios at FMDQ Exchange Place in downtown Lagos. Bosun, good morning. Hope you had a great weekend.
Good morning, Basti.
Yes, I keep asking everyone if they had a very nice weekend because of the elections postponement, depending on whether you are political, apolitical, or you just lay back and enjoy a very nice holiday. That was the election holiday.
My weekend was nice.
Yes. Yeah, there's going to be another one this weekend as well. So I hope you folks are looking forward to it. But let's talk about the FX quickly here. What did you see in the run-up to the last Saturday as far as the currency is concerned? The Naira play with at least its major benchmark, the US dollar.
Okay, so on Friday, before the election, so we saw relative stability. Before Friday, we've seen a lot of inflows from the international. We saw transaction at being done at 361 levels. But on Friday, there was a bit of a calm in the market. So we didn't really see a lot of transactions. We saw a few clients wanting to repatriate. So market turnover declined if you compare to what was we had on Thursday. So our expectation is that the election will hold. However, it turned out that the election was postponed. So expectation this week is we don't expect it to have a lot of impact on the currency. However, I expect that the currency would depreciate marginally to 362 level from the 361.65 that it closed on Friday.
Bosun, what are you hearing this morning? I'm sure before you got into the FMDQ Exchange Place studios there in Victoria Island, I'm sure you've gotten phone calls and all of that, folks talking. What are they talking about the FX this week? How can you gauge? What's the gauge of the mood of the FX market early today?
Okay, so today we've seen a lot of the offshore. They're asking questions on what actually happened, what's going to be the impact on their investment, but we don't expect it to have any significant impact on the FX market. We expect CBN, even if there's going to be a lot of demand, CBN will probably come in to intervene. The CBN has the capacity to actually intervene in the market and ensure that stability is maintained. So, but we've been seeing a lot of people have been calm. The market is quiet, but we expect that the market will probably trend to 362 level.
Before the week runs out?
Yes, even today, because before current transaction were at 361 levels, but today we're not getting that inflows from customers, especially the internationals. But we will see a lot of we'll see inflows from the exporters. So, but if the rate should go to 362 level today.
Okay. All right. Bosun Obembe, thank you very much for giving us our first call on the FX side of the market straight today, the morning after the elections postponement. Thank you very much, Bosun Obembe, FX dealer at Access Bank, one of Nigeria's tier one commercial lenders, also listed on the stock exchange. Right now, the stock market is bleeding. As I told you earlier, about 4 or 5 minutes ago, we were doing negative 0.17% on the Nigerian Stock Exchange Composite Index. Right now, that is widening to about 0.27%, so the market is going down. Dangote Cement is one of the big names that's already losing shirt this morning. Oando has lost about 10% of his shares. That's the max for the day, as it were. What is this all about? The first early call. Temple Ashaju, let's get him into this conversation. Temple, I'm sure you've seen the numbers as much as I'm seeing them as well here. So what does this tell you about how the market is giving what you call the knee-jerk reaction to last Saturday's elections postponement? Temple, can you hear me? Can you read me clearly? I'm not sure. Temple, I'm not sure we have that audio connection there with Temple Ashaju, our business correspondent. As I told you earlier, the market is in the negative territory, in a red zone, starting today as we speak. We're seeing Dangote Cement, Access Bank, and Owando, part of those market heavies, losing some of their shirt in early trade. Right now, as we speak, those who are gaining are very marginal. Nestle is leading the gainers in terms of size by 2.24%. In volume terms, volumes are coming in very small and in trickles from the banking and insurance sector. We haven't seen much of a double digit in terms of volume, but the top heavies in terms of volume include GT Bank, one of the tier one lenders. The other gainers are relatively mid-cap companies and small-cap companies like Vitafoam, Cavatine, and Cap PLC. Unilever is about 2.30%. But the market is starting this first day. This is the first 1 hour of trading, so it does not represent what the entire day will look like. The market might still erase some of these losses and close in the grade, but all that based on conjectures. But this is the takeoff point for the market the morning after we postponed those elections by INEC on Saturday. Temple Ashaju is back. I'm sure you can read me loud and clear.
Right, yes, I can hear you now, Bosun.
Yes, a negative way to start the morning after the elections postponement.
9%, and of course that's because of the election issues that you talked about earlier. The fact that there's been postponement, a lot of investors, foreign and domestic, are currently reacting to that. Don't forget, last week we saw the largest gain in 4 weeks, but right now the level of the activity level is really bad. We're seeing some 50 million units of shares traded so far, and of course that's a figure that I checked some 15 seconds ago. If you look at it again, I'm very sure it would have shot up beyond that levels. And we've seen some, all of those losses we've seen, or volume of transactions that we've seen so far, is valued at over ₦1 billion right now. This is not typical of this market when you have things going on smoothly, in the system. But now that we've seen this level of development in the market, it's really impacting on stocks. I mean, a trader spoke to me earlier, telling me that some foreign investors are asking him questions. Should we just forget about Nigeria? Because this is not something that is really motivating for a lot of investors. Should we forget about Nigeria and take away our money at this point in time? His response is just that in Q1, usually in an election year like this, you have less activities. But because they've been bullish on the kind of FX stability that we've had in recent time, that's why they brought in their money now. So they also expect that in Q2 that you will have some kind of the winners of this election trying to settle down. So activities are expected to basically peak in the third quarter of the year. So basically, this trader is telling his foreign investors and clients that you should please hold on. Let's see what happens this coming Saturday. And that's what a lot of investors, traders here are trying to do. But that doesn't seem to be what a lot of investors will want to do. Investors are not trying to be patient at all as we speak. We've seen huge losses. Dangote Cement in early trades is down over 6% right now. A lot of other companies, a lot of banking names, Unilever is about the only company that is up, but you have a lot of names that are really down at this point in time. Owando has dropped, Zenith Bank has dropped, Access Bank has also lost some 4% or thereabouts. And that's the kind of sentiment that we are seeing, Bosun.
All right, Tempo Ashaju, thank you very much for holding it there. We have a lot more during the day. But right now, the market is down. The banking index is losing the most, about 1%. Insurance, they are cousins, about 0.1%. The NSE 30, the biggest 30 companies on the stock exchange, that index is down about 0.7%. Consumer goods, however, is making some gains, 1.04%. Industrial goods, about 0.17%. How does it play out? How does it play out before the end of the day? The NSE general index is about 0.4% in the red. And that's how to wrap it up today. on the program. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.